So Andrew, this neuro training sounds to be a good thing. Do we apply it always in the same way?
That's a good question. Neuro training is not a fixed standard procedure, and as a consequence we use the person's nervous system as a feedback tool to tell us what they need relative to any particular challenge at any particular time. So depending on the needs or the developmental stages of the person, neuro training can be applied in actually many different ways. There are face-to-face session processes where you can go and get a professional session in neuro training. That deals specifically with the very specific details of how you are creating limiting patterns, and we're then able to change them in a way that your subconscious can't deny. So the one-on-one patterns make changes very much straight away. So for any acute imbalance or conditioning that's affecting the person immediately, that can change from a session immediately. But there are other things that we can do with neuro training to train the nervous system to actually develop its own neurological pathways. This is called neuroplasticity, but it's really a matter of just practicing certain things so that we can build a nervous system to support those things. In this case, there is offered one-day workshops called activation workshops that are really simplified. They're designed to be on a modular base. People can learn a module by module by module and do them on themselves. And so we get them to do that if they want for 90 days. And at the end of 90 days, they've actually built the nervous system to support those modules. That means that the effect of those modules are now automatic inside the person, and the subconscious can use them any way that they want. The other applications of neuro training are actually going to be circumstantial. So depending on what it is that you want neuro training to help you with, neuro training can be implemented because of the activation workshops. A lot of them are actually designed to be used in conjunction with other things like sport, for example. So people who are either in a particular sport or maybe they're in a professional practice and they want to add more effect, more positive consequence to what they do, they can integrate the modules from the activation workshops into their professional practice while they're doing whatever other manual therapy that they do, and so helping the person in training the nervous system with and in conjunction with what they already do. So the application then is very specific to the circumstances for the client, and in that case for the practitioner. We can learn these processes for ourselves, to do them on ourselves. Many of the neurotraining practitioners will give you homework, which are actually rubbing reflexes or holding points or doing specific things that the nervous system wants to be able to support the changes. The one-on-one sessions are making immediate change and setting up new patterns of activity in the nervous system straight away. You can actually attend one-day workshops, activation workshops, and then hopefully practice them for 90 days and rebuild new nervous systems to support that. You can come and do professional training, in which case it's a mixture of both the activation workshops and more specific trainings to teach you how to help other people. So there are a few options on the application of neurotraining, depending on how far you are and what sort of engagement you want to have with neurotraining in the future. So you can basically take it as far as you like. The applications are endless in terms of what they work on, what neurotraining works on. So it's never applied in the same way because it's always applied according to the needs of the nervous system of the person. So it's a very flexible system, and we don't tell a person what they have to do, they tell us what we have to do for them. And that's a major difference between neurotraining and other kinesiologies or other health modalities. They're telling us what we have to do to help them.